Good morning, Nashville, on this beautiful Monday morning. Hope your commute to work was smooth. Hope that coffee went down smooth as well. And I hope you are ready for a fun hour with me here on Mornings on Main Street. I, of course, am your guest host for this week, Zach Womble. Joining me, as always, behind the scenes is our award-winning producer, Justin Kulik. Justin, good morning. How are you doing today?
Hey, Zach. How you doing, man?
Doing very well. It's a Monday, a victory Monday, if you will, for both Tennessee Pro Sport. I guess actually you got the Vols winning, you got Vandy winning, and you got the Titans winning. So really a great Monday, great victory Monday here in Nashville.
I agree, man. I know. Doesn't Victory Monday mean for the team they get the day off though?
I think so. They should get the day off.
You know what? Doing the show with you is a day off, Zach.
Yeah, there you go. You know what is supposed to happen today? We were supposed to get our victory lattes. Did you have your victory latte this morning?
I had two. I think one of them was for you. And you know what? That's probably what it was.
You know what? That's okay. I had a victory latte at my house this morning, of course, celebrating the big Vols win, celebrating the Titans win, and of course, celebrating the Vandy win, which obviously snapped a long streak. What was it? 26 in a row that got snapped, I believe.
Something like that. Yeah. Great game. I mean, honestly, all around. The Tennessee Vols game was fantastic. Hendon Hooker is the truth. He's so good, man. Like, where did he come from? You know?
Well, I believe he I don't know where his hometown is. I don't know where he played high school ball, but started at Virginia Tech before making his way down to Knoxville.
That's right.
You know, Hokie fans are just kicking themselves watching him and Jalen Hyatt, who was committed to Virginia Tech out of high school. I think those two had a special relationship coming out of high school, so they wanted to play together. And I think Hyatt was a big reason why Hooker ended up in Knoxville. But you know, Hokie fans are mad this morning.
I know, absolutely. Yeah, they hating.
I mean, because their football team's only won 2 games. And surely Hendon and Jalen could help them out very much. And then
no kidding. Let's
not forget about the Titans. I mean, 6-3 on the year. Was it pretty? No. Is it going to be pretty the rest of the season? Probably not. But you know what? At the end of the day, all it's about is winning football games. And that's exactly what they did.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we as if I play for the organization, the Titans had their 8th string in. I was at the game. It was ugly, but beautiful.
Yeah, I noticed you get to go to a lot of games. Do you have season tickets?
I do. Yeah, I'm a season ticket holder. I don't like to brag.
Sure.
I let other people bring it up first.
Sure.
But I do. I hold season tickets. Yes.
So let me ask you this, because I don't really have the answer to this. What are they going to do for the season ticket members when the new stadium opens? Like, are y'all going to get grandfathered in, same price? Or do you have any idea of how that's going to work out?
Well, so I was living kind of, I guess, not a real life, because I thought that maybe that would be the case, right? Like we get grandfathered in, maybe same price, maybe go up a little bit, definitely more amenities. But Chris Yao shattered my world and said the price is definitely going to go up.
Yeah, it's got to go up,
which makes sense, right?
But, sure. Hopefully, and listen, like I said, I'm not a season ticket member, wasn't a founding member, but hopefully the founding members can somehow get some kind of deal for being the founding members of the team back in, was it 96? I think it was when they moved here. Hopefully they get something. Hopefully the organization doesn't, give them the short end of the stick.
Yeah. Like a koozie or something,
Yeah. I mean, well, a little bit more than a koozie. I mean, even if say, your $500 seats are $2,500 worth now, hopefully you can get some kind of voucher to help you out, because I think kicking, the founding members or the OG fans to the side for this new money, I don't think is the wave that you want to go down.
Yeah, I'd agree. Me and my dad were talking about it the other day, and we actually just found out that as season ticket holders, we get a 25% discount at the Titan shop.
There you go.
Which is huge, because it's very expensive.
Yes, it is very expensive. 25% goes a long way.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, Justin, enough of a little bit of introduction talk. Let's do what everybody's looking for most. Let's go ahead and jump in, look at our traffic report right now. And then after we do traffic, we'll do a little bit of weather. I hope your drive into work this morning was smooth. I know that my drive in from Hendersonville down here in Nashville wasn't too bad. I didn't have to get on 386 to 65. I actually went down some side roads, cut down Myatt, and went through the Old Hickory Lakewood area. But wasn't too bad. I know that my wife this morning, she had to drive into Nashville. She said traffic wasn't too bad. So
heck yeah.
Hopefully you enjoyed much of the same this morning.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad at all. Here, I'll hit the little video, get us into traffic.
Where are we going first, Justin?
So I always like to visit the I-40 I-24 split. That's usually where the merging traffic is, right on Fessler's Lane or leading up to it. But it looks like it's pretty clear here, man.
It does look like it's moving very, very smooth right now. You're, of course, looking at I-40 eastbound at Spence Lane at mile marker 213. Yeah, rolling along pretty well right now. So hopefully that means that all of traffic is good. I mean, it's just after 10 o'clock here on Monday morning. So hopefully everybody is settled in. If you have the privilege of working from home, appreciate you tuning in to watch us from home as well, as Justin brings up another eastbound I-40 marker there. Looks like we've got a stall on maybe the right side of the road. We got some backup there at I-440 eastbound, right at getting onto the I-40 loop. So, of course, going to want to go slow right there as an emergency vehicle is tending to what looks like maybe a wreck on the right side of the road. I know that I see a police car as well. So, yeah, if you're right there at the loop of I-40 and I-440 eastbound, make sure you're going slow this morning on your commute. Okay, Justin, we have looked at the traffic, and of course, next is looking at the weather, and it looks much better than it did this weekend, Justin. It was cold.
I know it was, man. It was bone chilling. Real quick, before we get off the traffic, I want to remind everybody that the traffic is brought to you by 50 Ford, a Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults. And it's a proud sponsor with the All of Us research program from the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health by visiting their website at joinallofus.org/50Ford. That is spelled out 50. It's not the number. 50 Ford. And that is your traffic. Weather was awful, though, this weekend. You are correct about that.
Yeah. So apologies on the ad read there. Didn't realize that was coming through. But you're right. We have reached the point in weather, or at least this weekend, that I'm no longer going outside with my dogs. Like, you got to fend for yourself on that one. Like, I'll watch you from the window, I'll watch you from the door, but I am not going outside with you to experience that weather.
Yeah, they got fur. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Do you have dogs? Do you have animals?
I do. Well, we have a border collie.
Okay.
Yeah, her name is Annie, and she's the best.
Annie, there you go. We have a golden retriever named Butter. So, yeah, it's it was. She wakes up, 6 o'clock, ready to go outside. It's 24 degrees. Sorry, Butter. You got to go out there by yourself. And even this weekend during like the lunch hour, or even in the mid afternoon, it was still just so cold. I'm like, all right, you're going out there by yourself on that one.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, they got to understand it's just too cold. I went to Titans game and I couldn't feel my feet.
Ooh, that's the worst.
I had gloves, and I never usually have gloves. But I did, and I was okay with that. But then the feet got me.
See, I'm the type of person, if my toes get cold, if my feet get cold, my whole body's cold.
Yeah.
So I always make a conscious effort to at least double up on the layer of socks and or bring toe warmers, because if I can just keep the digits warm, my toes and my fingers, I'll be okay.
Business, yeah.
Well, I'll be okay. And sometimes if my nose gets too cold, my head gets cold. But typically if I stick with the toes, the digits being covered, I'm okay. You're looking right at the weather report. It says it's 41 here in Nashville. Hey, 41, I will take.
Yeah, that's not bad. The sun out, it feels, well, first of all, it always drives me crazy whenever weather people are like, it's this temperature, but it feels like another one.
Yes, just tell me the temperature.
If it feels like it, isn't that the temperature?
Exactly. Yes, there's nothing worse than, you're right. Just like, so we've got a high of 95 today, but the feels like temperature is 102. It's like, no, so it's 102 today.
Yeah, so you made up a number at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, you got to factor in the heat index and just tell me the final number. Just give it to me, whatever it may be. But like I said, looking at 41, it was cold last night, but we've got a high of 52 today with a low of 39. So hopefully if you got to go outside today, it won't be too bad, but obviously going to need at least a light jacket, especially in the sun. Justin?
Yes.
What do you say? And I don't typically do this, but
what's up?
What do you say we do a little horoscope reading today?
Let's do it, man.
Okay, let's do a little horoscope. I'm an Aquarius. My birthday is on January 31st. I don't know the range of where that falls, but I think it's like beginning of January to the middle of February, I think, is where the Aquarius falls.
Hold on, I got it right here, this little website. It says Aquarius is where? Okay, from the January 20th. No, To February 18th.
Okay, January 20th to February 18th. There
yeah,
we
and
go.
yours was what?
January 31st.
Oh, there you go. You're an Aquarius there,
I'm
Zach.
an Aquarius. I get to enjoy the entire month of January as my birthday because that's what over 30-year-olds do is they celebrate an entire month. Justin, I decided to roll with my career daily horoscope. There was several different options, and I was kind of lost because I'll be honest with you, I don't typically read my daily horoscope every day. Sometimes I like to, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I want to go in there, get some lucky numbers maybe if I want to play the lottery.
The lotto.
But typically I don't. But today I wanted to. So, and I chose to go down the career path on my daily horoscope.
I like that.
So this is what it says for all you Aquarius out there for your career horoscope. You have your own sense of what is right and what is wrong. True. Don't let others talk you out of this belief system. True.
Very true.
It is critical that you stay tuned into yourself and your own personal notion of truth. Don't get hung up on other people's values. So what does that mean? Honestly, Justin, a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of what I already knew.
Mumbo jumbo.
Believe in yourself. Don't let other people steer you in this life. Don't let other people's opinions of yourself dictate how you feel once you look in the mirror. And that's kind of what I get from it.
Also, don't care about what they got going on.
Exactly. Just don't try to keep up with the Joneses, essentially.
Exactly. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Worry about the life that you live from the sights that you see.
That inspires me. I want to read mine as well then.
Okay, Justin, let's hear it.
I'm a Taurus.
Okay.
It's a strong bull. Is the logo.
Okay.
Is my animal, I reckon.
Okay.
And here goes. So Taurus is also a car, but that's not what we're doing here. Dear Taurus, as the moon moves into Cancer, you may take many decisions based on your emotions, but in a good way. Don't think that's ever a good thing. You also come across many opportunities to expand your social circle. Okay. Awesome. It's also a great time to deepen the bond between care and trust.
There we go. What does that mean to you?
I think that I'm going to put off deepening the bond.
Yeah, sure.
It's just a lot. You know what I mean?
Who makes friends in their late 20s?
Right, exactly. I'm shutting it all down. This is good. To get good results, all important things need to be done between 6 and 7 p.m.
There you go. There you go.
Pretty tight window.
Pretty tight window. You can let Dave know, like, hey, it looks like I only have to work from 6 to 7 every day.
I'm no good past that.
I'm no good any other time of the day. You said something that caught my attention. You said your Taurus is the logo is like a bull.
Yeah.
So if you look at Aquarius, is mine like wind or water? Because I'm not really sure what it is. You would think maybe water because Aquarius, aquarium, aqua,
that makes sense.
Water, but someone told me it's wind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna Google it because right here I cannot tell.
Yeah, we can't tell. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is. I really.
Most of them are animals, but then we got a bow and arrow. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Okay. Well, while we find out whether Aquarius is water or wind, Justin,
let's do it.
We are going to jump into our Taste of Nashville with our own Devin O'Day. Devin is excellent at what she does, and she was recently at the Omni to talk all things Nashville, all things taste. So, Justin, let's jump in to hear what Devin has to say on this week's episode of Taste of Nashville.
Let's do it.
It is Music City.
After all, and you can't do a show like this without live music.
That's right. And for this, we're a brand newcomer. They call it a 10-year town. Well, how about a 10-minute town? I heard this guy at Backstage Nashville, and I said, oh my gosh, everybody's got to hear you. There's a reason that The Voice scouted him, and the reason that he just graduated from Berklee School of Music. You're going to see his incredible musical prowess. Coburn Larson coming down the carpet of love.
Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys.
In between gigs, because you've been so busy. To fit us in is very cool because it's been just a whirlwind for you, right?
It's been crazy. Yeah, it's been a month in. So yeah, I just moved here.
It's been a month in.
A month in. Yeah. Well, I guess a month and a half. So trying to get to know the city. It's been great listening to the other segments, figuring out who's here and what's going on. So yeah.
You are gifted as a guitarist. Is that how you ended up at Berklee School of Music? Was your guitar playing, or was it your songwriting, or was
It was
your
his
voice?
looks, for goodness sake. I mean,
Looks,
I mean,
yeah.
let's
That's true.
call a spade a
Looks.
spade.
Looks played. I'm just kidding. No, I actually went to Boston to audition, and I played a song, voice and guitar.
Mhm.
And I guess they really took up on it. I got a little bit of a scholarship to go, and decided to take my chances on Boston, and it was fun. It's a great city. Yeah, it was fun.
How is it to make the transition from Wyoming to Boston? Because that's a
Oh,
big change. I mean, you can drive 800 miles to go to the grocery store in Wyoming. It seems like it
Yeah.
goes on forever. And Boston is not that way.
Yeah, everything's right there. I just felt very boxed in. I met a lot of good friends though, and they helped to make it okay. I'm just used to open spaces, mountains. I'm right by the Grand Teton National Park, so growing up there it was a hard change, but good friends made it.
Did
made
you
it
have a
worth it.
plan? I mean, was this the grand plan to go Wyoming, Boston, get some schooling, professional, and I'm going to go to Nashville? Or was this a ad lib situation? And you know, a year ago, did you think you'd be here?
I didn't know.
Mm.
I kind of just take life as it comes, but I went on a service mission actually for my church for 2 years, and I served people as a missionary in Brazil for a while. That was after
Wow.
Boston.
Kid hasn't gotten around, seen the world, has he? My goodness.
Wow.
It was awesome. It was right during COVID, but we were able to go out and preach the gospel. But then I came back, and I just recently got married. It's been 2 months since we've been married, and my wife Brinley.
Nothing else going on in your life.
Just a
You know
lot.
what
Yeah.
was so precious when I met backstage and I met your sweet wife? She goes, "This is our first adventure." Is that not the sweetest thing?
It's adorable. It's a song.
I adopted
Yeah.
him on the spot. I said, I'm your new song mama, and you've got to come in and do our show.
So nice of you.
Because whenever you started singing, I almost started crying because I when you hear something that's
Mhm.
just so unique and so special. Would you share a song with us?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the lyrics out.
Can you imagine if he said no?
I know.
No,
No,
good.
I just came here for the biscuits.
Yeah.
Just came here for the
Good
biscuit.
call.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a song I wrote about my wife. I saw a picture of her when she was a little kid. I think her mom sent it to me, or her sister, and it kind of gave me a different aspect to look at, and so helped me love her even more. So this is what that's about. It's called "A Picture of You as a Child." Hopefully this picks it up. Let's see. When you sent me that picture of you as a child, felt my heart melt looking at your goofy smile. I can never hurt someone so humble and mild. Rain down on a spirit so free, so wild. I came to realize in those hazel eyes how I could never tell you any lies or do the things that make you cry. Leave all your love you'll give behind. I will love you like the kid I never knew. But somehow in this moment I feel so close to. I will admire you and all you aspire to. I'll sing you lullabies all the night through. Ooh, 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 ooh. You up and decided to come back in my life. Felt a new world with a brand new sky. Every day you give me more reasons why. That picture of you makes me cry. I will love you like the kid I never knew. But somehow in this moment I feel so close to. I will admire you and all you aspire to. Sing you lullabies all the night through. I will love you like the kid I never knew. But somehow in this moment I feel so close to. I will admire you and all you aspire to. Sing you lullabies all the night through. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Coburn, I'm going to let you know just right now, as a married man of many years and deeply in love with my wife, you have a get out of jail free card right there. That is going to, if you play, obviously you play before, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. She loves it. And I released that song on Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, anywhere else you find music. And she likes to pop it on iTunes and stuff and listen to it. So, and it's for you guys too, if you want to listen to it anytime. I self-recorded it in my bedroom on my.
You know, what's so amazing is that I went immediately and started listening to all your music. And the thing now is you don't have to go into some bombastic studio and spend $1 million. Right now, everybody wants something that is so fresh, and just, that's the thing about your music. It does sound fresh and it's so different. And do you have influences that you kind of bring to the party?
Yeah, a lot of them combined. I like Chris Stapleton. I like the country, kind of Americana country vibe. Lumineers, Mumford and Sons, Jason Mraz, John Mayer, Jack Johnson. So
you bring a lot of that to your music. And people always ask me, where is country music going? And I said, look at the song. It always starts with a song, and then the sound comes after that. And you have something that I think you're going to do really well in this town. How about it? Let's welcome him to this town. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Coburn Larson.
Yeah.
And what is your website so people can find out more about you?
So it's CoburnLarsonMusic.com. And if you look on Instagram, just write my name anywhere on any search bar and you'll find me and find my music. So yeah.
And you're the first Coburn, other than James Coburn, the actor.
Oh yeah.
You're the first Coburn I've ever met.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, so. It comes from my grandmother. It's her maiden name. So
I was wondering if it was a
good
family
call.
thing.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, cool name.
Well, speaking of cool, we are in the coolest place in the world. We've got a story coming up about the Omni Nashville. There's so many cool things here. We're next to the country.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links. Hey, this is George Plaster, and I'm excited to announce that the second annual Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night is going to happen Monday, November the 28th at the Hermitage Strike and Spare. The 3 charities that will benefit are Last Minute Toy Store, Martha O'Brien Center, and Stars. And our intention is to get them that money so it can do the most amount of good at Christmas time. Now, here's where I need your help. I need you to sign up to play in the most fun charity event you've ever been involved in. Imagine 64 foursomes with 64 sports personalities in the area. As a single player, it's $200. If you get a foursome, it's $800. And what I want you to do is reach out to me via email, plastergeorge@gmail.com, and we'll get you signed up and get you ready and raring to go. Again, that's plastergeorge@gmail.com for a night you will never forget.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
At Summer Funeral and Cremation, our mission is to serve families as our own, celebrate the life of their loved one, and help begin the healing process.
My whole family, including my wife and my mom and siblings, were very happy with the treatment that we received. I would highly recommend Sumner Funeral and Cremation.
We offer funeral, burial, cremations, and pre-planning services.
Sumner Funeral and Cremation. Traditional, affordable, dignified. SumnerFuneral.com.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Mornings on Main Street here in Nashville, Tennessee on this beautiful Monday, November 14th edition. Looking right outside to some bright, sunny skies as we roll, as we get this week started. I don't know if it's going to stay that way. I don't know. I think today might be the best day for any outdoor plans. So you got anything going on, make sure you get it done today, Justin.
Right. Yeah. For all you hikers out there, I'm not.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you
take a hike?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you like taking a hike?
No, I don't actually.
Yeah.
I want to. I would love to like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the worst part about hiking may be the walking. But other than that, it sounds great. It's like I don't really get hiking, and I had no desire to go this way, but I don't get hiking because it's like
me neither.
You got to walk all that way just to walk back. Like that sounds awful.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sounds awful. Honestly.
And I'll never know, but same thing for me with the climbing the mountain thing. I get it's probably fulfilling, right?
Probably.
But you can only stay up there for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a really high mountain, which you would probably feel the most fulfillment out of.
But begs the question, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Boom.
For hiking, it doesn't feel like it is. For climbing mountains, it doesn't feel like it is.
Right.
Justin, I want to get into a little bit of overreaction today because it is Monday, and that's typically what we do on Mondays is a little overreaction Monday.
Let's do it.
Whether sports, whether lifestyle, I want to get into it a little bit. And I came up with a little list of overreactions that we have had as a society since this whole Earth thing got started. And I won't go back too far. But I do want to go back a little bit of ways. And I think maybe not the biggest overreaction, but a big overreaction. Justin, I would have to say the village of Salem, Massachusetts in the 1600s. I think they overreacted a little bit. Don't you?
Were they're the people that ousted their witches, right?
That's exactly right. They're the people that burned women at the stake for believing that they were witches.
Right.
In fact, there were no witches, Justin.
Right. Or they were so good that they hid.
So
no, I don't know.
So a running theory that I kind of get behind around the whole Salem witch trial thing is this. Salem apparently is next to a river, body of water.
Okay.
And they believe that the body of water was actually contaminated, giving, I guess, the people who drank the water from the river hallucinations and made them believe things that weren't actually there because the water was contaminated, Justin.
Oh, wow. So the people that drank the water were hallucinating that
they thought that they saw witches in their camp.
And they were just on drugs.
Golly, they were just on drugs, essentially.
Maybe they're trying to cover up the fact that they're drug addicts.
Maybe. So, but again, overreaction just a little bit. Even if you're not hallucinating, probably a good chance that Bertha in the village is not actually a witch.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would love to be a fly on the wall for one of those meetings where they're like, yeah, Molly, she jumped into the water and she wasn't, I don't know. What's an example, Zach, that you would call somebody a witch? You know what I mean? I can't even think of one.
I don't know. But let's move right along, Justin. I think another big overreaction in history that looks back, a stolen bucket kickstarting a war that takes more than 2,000 people. A stolen bucket, Justin.
Wait, what war?
Yeah, so an entire war was fought over a bucket being stolen in 1325. The so-called War of the Oaken Bucket, Justin, was once a flashpoint in a larger conflict between a medieval city and states of the Italian peninsula.
Man, must have been a nice bucket, though.
So the story goes in 1325,
good year,
soldiers from Modena, which is stuck in Bologna.
That's in that song, Funky Cole.
Medina,
Right.
That's right.
Cool.
They stole the town's water bucket, and the theft, which bruised the Bologna's ego, and conflict ensued between the two cities. So the relationship was strained from the start, Justin, and it killed 2,000 people. A stolen bucket did. I think that right there qualifies as an overreaction. What do you think?
I would tend to agree. I guess it was about the principle, but either way, that's just a little too much.
Yeah,
go get another bucket, make one.
I believe. Hey, listen, I believe you could make another bucket, Justin. I do believe that you could make another water bucket,
right?
Justin, I think another overreaction in our society was Y2K. You may be a little bit young. I am also a little bit young. I was 9 in 1999, turning 10 January 31st, 2000. And I vividly remember the Best Buy stickers telling you to turn off your computer before midnight.
Oh my goodness.
Before midnight struck on the year 2000.
Best Buy was even in on it?
They were in on it. The Y2K hysteria, I believe, was a lot of overreaction, Justin.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's so correct me if I'm wrong. The Y2K was when the ball drops at midnight on 2000.
Yes.
All the technology goes away.
Yep, that's right. All the technology was going to go away. Everything was going to be wiped off the planet. It was going to be the dark ages, Justin.
How was that going to happen again? Did they say, or was it just like this is going to happen, don't even worry about it?
I don't really know. Like I said, I was 9 at the time, wasn't tuned into world events at that moment. I was too busy wondering, if Ash Ketchum was going to defeat Misty and get his water badge at the time. I wasn't really tuned into the Y2K and like the mass hysteria, but now that I'm an above 30 adult now and I experienced a little bit of life, I can only imagine the media just wanted to create hysteria amongst the people.
Right. No, I agree. I was really wrapped up in what Blue's Clues was doing day to day.
Good one. Yeah, Blue's Clues for sure.
I was probably overreacting at that kind of thing.
Yes, absolutely. Another overreaction, Justin, in the world of sports. I'm going to take you back to 2001. So not much longer after the Y2K hysteria.
Okay.
A lot of sports fans may remember the tight end Kellen Winslow Jr. He played his college ball at the University of Miami before a pro career that took place. Do you know what Kellen Winslow Jr. stated in 2001 after a college football game that they lost, Justin?
I do not. What did he say?
He stated, and I quote, "I am a soldier." Now, he did drop the F word in there before soldier, but I'm not going to repeat that. But he did claim that he was a soldier after competing in a Division I college football game. Justin, I believe that is a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah, that's why?
Yeah, so here's what happened. A little bit of context here. So the University of Miami is playing the University of Tennessee, 2001 in Miami. This, of course, is these are the years that Miami is just running through everybody. Needless to say, they lose this game to the University of Tennessee. But in doing so, there's a play that Miami's on offense. Winslow springs a block. He blocks 2 Tennessee defenders, one of which gets hurt on the play. He's standing over the UT player. He's mocking them. And then after the game, he's asked if he knew that University of Tennessee player had been hurt. And he, quote, said, "Yeah, I knew, because it's all about the you, man. I don't give a damn about a Vol. This is war. They want to kill you, so I'm going to kill them. You write that in the paper. Nah, man, I am pissed. We don't care about nobody but the you. If you don't hurt him, he hurts me. I am a soldier."
Wow.
Justin, that is an overreaction.
I bet whoever asked that question was not trying to get all
He
that.
was not. Yeah, listen, that's one of those sound bites where you're like, hey, we just got gold here. We just struck gold. This man, this man really came into a college football locker room and compared that football game to war and himself to a soldier. Justin, I'm not ranking my overreactions, but that's got to be right up there as the biggest overreaction.
Definitely definitely top 3. And
Definitely.
It's not 2 or 1, or it's not 2 or 3.
That's right. That's right. We're going to get to a couple more and then we're going to take a break. But another overreaction staying in the sports world as a Tennessee fan, this hits home. Vols firing Philip Fulmer back in 2008. That was an overreaction. And the reason we can say it was overreaction is look at the last 15 years prior to Josh Heupel coming to Knoxville. It was a complete dumpster fire. And if you don't fire Philip Fulmer, if you just ride the wave,
because you like them, yeah.
Maybe you have a year or two where it's not living up to standards, where you're not competing for the SEC East, but you don't go through 15 years of being the laughing stock of college football.
Exactly.
So that, Justin, is an overreaction.
That's a good one.
And then another one before we go into a break. I have a toddler, Justin. She's 3 years old. She's working on 4, really working on about 16, if I'm being honest with you. She does run the house. I can't lie. She's not spoiled by any means, but, you know, if you have a toddler, you know exactly where I'm going with this. They overreact to everything, Justin. I mean, if I don't let Caroline play with a knife, she throws a temper tantrum for 15 minutes, crying on the floor.
You can't like logically tell her why.
No, you cannot logically get through to a toddler. I mean, you could say, don't touch this hot stove, and they are going to lose their mind. You're the worst person in the world. So toddlers, their life is an overreaction, Justin.
Right. I agree. I mean, I had to grow out of that. I grew out of it about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Listen, I got to say this. I can't get on toddlers too much because even I, as a grown man, have my overreactions. So,
right.
You know, I mean, we're entitled to our emotions, but toddlers, they are the biggest overreactors in the world.
Right.
And you
It's not
cannot
the end of
change
the
my
world.
mind. Exactly. It's not the end of the world, but to them, it is the end of their world.
Right.
All right, Justin, I have rambled enough about overreactions on this Overreaction Monday. Let's do this. Let's jump to a quick break. But when we do, we're going to get into some winners and losers of the weekend. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Don't go anywhere. This is Mornings on Main Street, presented by Main Street Media Television.
The high school football season is here, and nobody handles Friday nights better than Main Street Media. Here's Zach Womble with details.
That's the name of the game here at Main Street Media and Main Street Preps. Is, you know, we've been doing this for a long time now, and I think you hit on it. We've got an army of reporters across all of Middle Tennessee. I think there's about 130 schools in the Middle Tennessee area, and we try to cover all of them. We cover about 11, 12 counties at this point. And those Friday night shows, it's, you know, we're gonna show that off. We're gonna showcase the talent that we have on the field with reporters across several mid-state games on the weekly basis. So, you know, whether you're in Williamson County, whether you're in Giles County or Murray County or Montgomery or Robertson or anywhere in between, we're going to have you covered from 6 to 11.
Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, where fans don't let fans drive drunk.
This is Eric Berner with Rockcastle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, and personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. If you've lost a spouse or a parent and want to make sure your inheritance is utilized and does not just disappear, I can help with that. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email eric@rockcastlewealth.com.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor-trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor-trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor-trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Welcome back to another beautiful day here on Mornings on Main Street. I am your guest host today and all of this week, Zach Womble, of course, joined behind the ones and twos for our soon-to-be award-winning producer, Justin Kulik. Man, it is such a nice day today, Justin. Right out there, about 45 degrees, much better than what this weekend was. Right. I actually think I might get outside, may pull some weeds from my garden, may actually do a little something outside.
What do you grow in that there garden?
Well, at the moment, absolutely nothing. Let me just tell you, it is a tough year to be a blueberry bush, Justin. It has been a tough year to be a blueberry bush.
It's hard out here in these blueberry streets.
That's right. As you look live at downtown Nashville, right there on Broadway, of course, by that beautiful Bridgestone Arena where our Nashville Predators play.
The Predators.
That's right. Broadway looks nice. It looks beautiful. Traffic looking smooth. Got some guys and gals walking the streets out there. So you be safe as we get ready to wrap up this Monday, November 14th edition of Mornings on Main Street. All right, Justin, we had talked a little bit before the break. We wanted to get into some winners and losers of the weekend on this Monday. Let me just preface it with this. If you do fall in the loser category, it's nothing personal.
Right. And you can get yourself out of it, right?
You can get yourself out of the loser category.
Hard. It's really hard.
But I just mean for like this weekend, winners and losers. So like it could completely change next month. I mean,
right.
You may not be on the winners or losers list next weekend, but for this week you are. And so
exactly.
I guess, Justin, do you want to start with the winners or the losers?
Let's go winners first.
Okay, let's go winners. Let's go winners of the weekend. Justin, I can do just that. My third winner of the weekend is actually a tie. I've got Joe Milton stock and Justin Fields stock. So Joe Milton is the backup quarterback at the University of Tennessee. He came in against Missouri for the final two drives, looked great, threw for over 100 yards, had a huge 65-yard completion on a rope to Squirrel White.
Oh, I saw that, man.
Yeah, so
he just flicked his wrist.
He did. He has looked great in relief appearance this year. And I thought, as a Tennessee fan, I was kind of concerned going into next year. I thought, we got to find a quarterback quickly because Hendon Hooker's graduating. Joe Milton is a redshirt senior. He's out of here. Right. The only quarterback on the roster that's going to have any game experience next year is going to be Taven Jackson, a freshman. But I was taken by good surprise. I found out Joe Milton actually gets a COVID year next year. So he gets to come back as a super senior next year for his 6th year.
That's awesome.
Assuming he wants to, which, why wouldn't he?
Right.
The keys to that offense as a senior, I think you definitely want. I mean, look at the stock Hendon Hooker has taken,
man,
from before this year all the way to this, from before the season to now. He probably went from undrafted to a first-round talent. I mean, maybe even top 10. I mean, maybe even a top 10 pick. So why wouldn't you want to come back if you're Joe Milton? So he's a winner. Justin Fields, I mean, I know the Bears lost this weekend, but Justin Fields looked phenomenal. I think
he's a baller, man.
I think he put up close to 60 fantasy points this weekend.
Did he really?
Yeah, I mean, he went completely off. Justin Fields, if you can just get some weapons around him in Chicago,
anything,
I think the Bears could be something to look out for years to come. So Justin Fields stock, Joe Milton stock, my third winner of this weekend. My second winner of the weekend, Jeff Saturday.
Yes, the boy.
Listen, I hate the Colts with a burning passion. I mean, it's
a very it's one of those eternal hates.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're a big reason why Peyton Manning doesn't hold like this near and dear place in my heart as a Tennessee fan, because I'm 32 years old, and so most of my life is spent watching him in a Colts uniform,
right,
and hating him.
Exactly.
So, listen, my love for Indianapolis is short, but I absolutely love the graphic that they put out on Sunday, any given Saturday, of Jeff Saturday talking to his team after defeating the Raiders. For all the hate that he got this week, I mean, not qualified, doesn't know what he's doing.
That speech he gave was fantastic.
Yeah. So
press conference.
Jeff Saturday, way to stick it to him, man. Way to go out, way to show that hey, you do belong. And listen, this may be the only game that you win all season long, but you know what? You at least shut everybody up for the week.
You got a dub, bro.
And you just show that, hey, maybe you do know what you're doing out there. Maybe you don't need to be a head coach to be qualified for that position.
My favorite part about that whole week, or that scenario, didn't Jeff Saturday appoint like his buddy as the offensive coordinator. So they flash to him in the booth, the offensive coordinator, and he calls a play on like a 4th down, that QB sneak by Matt Ryan, and they're all like looking at each other like, I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I mean, the biggest gimme of all time, starting Matt Ryan over Sam Ehlinger. I don't know what in the world they were ever thinking.
Seriously,
with that. I mean, I know Matt Ryan was a statue back there.
He had a bad game.
But he was better than Sam Ehlinger.
Right.
All right, Justin, my biggest winner of the weekend, you could have gone a lot of places, but I'm petty. I like to go down the petty route. And so I'm saying Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers for defeating Mike McCarthy and the Dallas Cowboys the way that they did. Aaron Rodgers, king of petty.
Man.
Listen, I don't really like Aaron Rodgers as a person, but you know what? You got to give respect when respect is due, credit when it's due.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay, you're my biggest winner of the weekend.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. I checked up on that game every so often, and every time I tuned in, it was going a different direction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Justin. So that leaves my losers of the weekend. Make it quick. This show is flying by. I just looked down. We only got 13 minutes left. That's crazy. So let's just get into my losers of the weekend. My third loser of the weekend, Will Levis, the University of Kentucky. Listen, I have been saying for a long time that Will Levis is not deserving of all the hype that he gets. He threw for 98 yards against the 130th ranked pass defense at the University of Tennessee when they lost to the Vols. And then this weekend, that poor performance against Vanderbilt. I mean, my goodness, Will Levis, you are my third loser. You could have been my biggest loser of the weekend.
Yeah, honestly. And in those comments he made about Tennessee, about the real football thing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Get out of here. Get out of here, Will Levis.
Let Levis be. Let it. No, that doesn't.
I can only hope and pray the Indianapolis Colts draft Will Levis in the draft. I mean,
could you imagine being a fan of them and hearing that they sent scouts there?
Please let that happen. All right, Justin, my second loser of the weekend, Pac-12 college football playoff odds. Oregon lost, UCLA lost. So really it comes down to USC. Oregon, I think, was their best hope to get into the playoffs, but they lost to Washington. So I think Pac-12, Oregon, their college football playoff odds, my second loser of the weekend.
Nice. I agree with that. I think it's interesting. So the college football playoff ranking, so it's the 3 teams are heavily favored to get into the playoffs, and the TCU's sitting there at 4, right?
Yep.
And they're undefeated.
Yeah.
But their odds aren't as good as Tennessee's.
Yeah, so I don't really understand that either. I think they're maybe projecting them to lose either at Baylor this week or at home against Iowa State or in the Big 12 championship game.
So if that doesn't happen, though.
So here's what I think is going to happen. So Georgia, I think, gets the number 1 seed.
Right.
The loser of Ohio State, Michigan, I think is out.
Okay.
I think is out. Unless it's a close game, I think the loser of that game is out because I don't think they have the strength of schedule to match with the Tennessee or even TCU.
Right.
I think TCU gets in because I think they finish undefeated, and I think Tennessee gets in. See how I think it's going to shake out, though, honestly. So I think your 4 teams are going to be Georgia, Ohio State, Tennessee, TCU in that order. So I think TCU is going to get in, but I think the committee is going to put Tennessee as a 3rd seed. 1, because they don't want to see Georgia, Tennessee again, and 2, because I think they're going to compare and say Tennessee has a better resume than TCU, even though TCU will be undefeated. I think TCU gets in, but I think they're going to have to play Georgia.
If they do lose before the playoffs start, then that'll just throw a wrench in everything.
It
right?
will, because the thing is, if that would have happened, if that happens and Oregon would have won out, that means Oregon would have probably got in, or Michigan would have got in. But
because they lost, though.
Exactly. So really, it's going to throw a huge wrench if it happens. Okay. Justin, my biggest loser of the weekend is without a doubt one of the easiest selections I've ever had to make in my life. Am I biased a little bit? Yes, but it is just asinine. So Chris Falacia of ESPN and Jason Lisk, and I don't even know who Jason Lisk writes for, but he paid for his blue check mark, so obviously he is important.
Right.
But Jason Lisk, okay, so let me just set the background first. So
set the table.
Tennessee is beating Missouri 59-24, and it's in the 4th quarter, and there is like 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Joe Milton, who I brought up earlier, he is in for his 2nd series, backup quarterback, redshirt senior, in with every other backup on the team. There's not other starters on the field that is really getting a lot of playing time. Like, you got a couple offensive linemen in there, stuff like that. But for the most part, seniors that aren't getting – it's the last game in Neyland Stadium. You're giving the seniors an opportunity to play.
Right.
So they are playing their game plan, and on the first play, they're sitting at, I believe, the 45. They call it deep shot. Joe Milton drops back to the 35, and he lets it fly.
Man, he's got an arm.
He lets it fly to Squirrel White. Squirrel White, a freshman.
Fantastic name.
Backup player. Squirrel White catches the ball and is downed at the 1, trips and falls at the 1.
Okay.
And Rick Neuheisel on the broadcast starts saying that how he thinks that Tennessee should kneel the ball, should not try to score, should win with a little bit of class.
What?
They say, no, we're here to score points. Stop us if you don't want us to score. They score, and then Jason Lisk poses the question on Twitter, is there a backstory to why Tennessee just did what they did at the end of the game, or does Heupel just want karma to come back on him? To which Chris Falacia, also known as the Bear on ESPN's College Game Day, says, I genuinely want to know how the coaches on the committee will feel about that. Look, I'm all for letting your backups play, but this feels like a little much. Chris, let me ask you this first and foremost. Were you crying at your computer when USC did the exact same thing the night before to their opponent, to Colorado? Were you shedding a tear?
Yeah, did your laptop get messed up because of water damage?
USC had their starters in the game up 48-17 on Colorado before they scored a touchdown. Chris, were you mad then? No, Chris, you weren't mad. Chris, were you mad when every other team in the country was running it up on the University of Tennessee when they stunk? No, Chris, you weren't mad. So the selective criticism is annoying, and it is maddening, and it is frustrating. And Chris Falacia, you have 1,000 quote tweets on your tweet. That is what we call getting bullied online, because you decide to come with the most ridiculous question that I have ever seen on social media. So Chris Falacia, Jason Lisk, you are my biggest loser of the weekend, because style points matter.
They
Chris.
do.
They matter.
They take into account.
They absolutely do.
Who needs it on the 1? That would be more disrespectful.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly agree with you on that. Like, it would be more disrespectful for me to just kneel the football.
To throw a 40-yard bomb and knee it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, these kids, some of these kids have never seen a snap in their career.
Right.
You're going to sit here and tell me they don't need to go out and try to play?
And the classic argument for that is, if you don't want them to score, stop them.
Amen to that, Justin. But, you know, that just really just burned me the wrong way, because I've never seen that question posed ever.
Yeah, that's tough.
Ever.
Tough.
But Tennessee does it, and then it's a problem.
Right.
Tennessee throws stuff on the field, then it's a problem. It's not a problem when Ole Miss does it in a basketball arena when Tennessee's playing there. No, it's a problem when Tennessee does it.
Right.
I don't understand this bias against Tennessee. Are we annoying online? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's okay, though. We have the right to be.
We have been absolutely abysmal for 15 years.
Right.
So if we want to score 66 points in a football game, Chris Falacia and
The last
Jason Lisk,
senior game,
we will.
We will do it.
All right, Justin, I've kind of gone off the rail a little bit.
I love that. That was perfect.
We have to take a quick break, but when we do, we'll close out the show with celebrity birthdays in this day in history. Don't go anywhere. This is Mornings on Main Street, powered by Main Street Media Television.
Christmas for Kids is back at the Ryman this November 21st. Christmas for Kids provides children with shopping sprees, coats, and unforgettable experiences every year. This annual fundraising concert helps bring that experience to more kids. This year is hosted by Phil Vassar and includes Chris Young, the frontman, which is Richie McDonald, formerly of Lone Star, Larry Stewart of Restless Heart, Tim Rushlow, formerly of Little Texas, Essex County, and a whole lot more. Christmas for Kids, November 21st. To purchase tickets, go right now to Ryman.com.
This holiday season, the largest lantern event in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. After sunset, come see more than 1,000 Chinese lanterns. All new designs including mythical beasts, a fantastical North Pole village, even a dragon soaring over your head. Welcome back to Zoo Illumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Hey, it caught me off surprise. I thought we were going look at live of the traffic. Justin and I are having a great time off camera.
Yes.
Let me just let you know right now we're having a good morning, and I hope you are too. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed this hour with us because we have enjoyed it with you. We got a few minutes left, Justin, and we're going to close out the show the only way we know how with the little celebrity birthdays. Are you ready?
I am, man. I killed it last time. I don't want to toot my own horn, but tootly toot toot.
You did. You did. You absolutely killed it last Friday. All right, a new day, a new opportunity. All right, let's start right off. King Charles III, Justin.
King Charles. He is 66.
74.
That's not close.
74. What about Travis Barker?
Travis Barker. Why do I know that name?
Drummer.
Yeah. T is what I call him.
There you
go. He is 48.
47.
Let's go.
There you go.
Ah.
There you go. What about Lil Boosie?
Lil Boosie. Bad A. He is 55.
40. He's 40.
Wait, Lil Boosie's 40?
He's 40.
Sorry, Boosie.
We gotta rapid fire here.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Ronnie 2K.
He is 61. No, that's wrong. 48.
39.
Okay.
Baseball standout Francisco Lindor.
Oh, he's 29.
28.
Yes.
Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver, Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith.
23.
24.
Let's go. I'm killing it. Let's go.
Pride of Nashville, Pride of Brentwood Academy, Dawson Knox, tight end for the Buffalo Bills.
He's on my fantasy team, and he is 24.
He's 26, Justin. You are just on a roll. All right, last one, Kyle Orton.
Kyle Orton. Is he a wrestler?
No, he was a quarterback.
He was. Let's go 38.
40. There you go, man. I think you hit all but one.
Let's go.
I think you hit all but one. All right, a couple more. This day in history. Okay.
All right.
This first off, rest in peace to this actor. He passed away a couple years ago. But his show debuted in 2001. It's a comedic show.
Okay.
Debuted in 2001. Has passed away since.
Ooh, 2001 comedic show. Was it like a skit show?
No.
Okay. I don't know. Robin Williams. I don't know.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
He was the star in Mr. 3000. Baseball.
Bernie Mac.
The Bernie
Mac show.
The Bernie Mac show premiered in 2001 on this date. All right, Justin, last one for this last minute. This movie released in 2014. It is a sequel. Do you know the most annoying sound in the world? Is my hint.
Okay. Can you do the sound? I didn't gather it there, but yeah, I don't know. Wait.
Dumb and Dumber 2. Dumb and Dumber 2.
I love that.
Yeah.
The first one was better.
It was.
Still good that they made a sequel.
All right, Justin, that will do it for today's Mornings on Main Street. It's been a beautiful Monday, November 14th. I've had a lot of fun with you. Hope you've had fun with me. We'll be back all week. So I hope you will join me and Justin tomorrow right back here on Mornings on Main Street, powered by Main Street Media Television.
See y'all.